Tonight, we are here to celebrate and honor the remarkable individuals and groups who have gone above and beyond in their commitment to serve. Their stories inspire us all and remind us of the power we each hold to make a difference.
So the Rosco Nix Distinguished Community Leadership Award is in honor of civil rights champion Rosco Nix, and it was first presented in 2012. I had the pleasure of knowing Rosco back in the fights over school segregation and school closings, but also when I was a council member in Montgomery County. Our first Rosco Nix honoree is Catherine Leggett. In recognition of her work with nonprofits such as Montgomery County Family Justice Center and her efforts to increase awareness of the importance of the arts community in our county.
As the former First Lady of Montgomery County, Catherine's contributions to the community extended beyond her legal career. She worked with many not-for-profit organizations and brought a spotlight to the arts in Montgomery County. Her efforts to raise awareness of arts through initiatives such as the annual Executive Ball and her service as a board member for Imagination Stage, Strathmore Music Center, and Olney Theater have been instrumental in fostering a vibrant arts scene in the county. Her dedication to sharing the beauty of the arts with the community and with children is evidence of her belief in their potential.
I have always believed in the power of community and the impact that individuals can have when they come together for a common cause, whether it's volunteering at local shelters or food shelters or organizing fundraisers for important causes, or simply lending a helping hand to those in need. I have always strived to make a positive difference in the lives of those around me and to be a cheerleader and advocate for the arts. But I could not have achieved any of this without the support of my friends, fellow community members, and family. That encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support have been the driving force behind my efforts, and I will be forever grateful.
Our next honoree is Joyce Siegel, in recognition of her work with the Scotland community.
Joyce's leadership drew public attention to the poor living conditions in Scotland and was instrumental in the Save Our Scotland campaign in the 1960s. This led to the construction of 100 new homes on what remained of the old Scotland and aided the passing of a federal rent support program. Joyce remains actively involved in the community, ensuring the legacy of Scotland continues.
This is really something. I mean, to be included amongst a group of these incredible people who are working, still have worked in the county, done so much for our community. I'm just really so proud to be among this group. So I thank you.
While Joyce is going back to her seat, I just want to follow up on one of the things she was talking about, which is the Scotland community. It used to be 500 acres owned by black families in Potomac. And it's down to a small gathering of about 100 townhouses. The rest of the land, as you could guess it, was gobbled up by white developers. If the community owned the land that they owned 30 years ago, 40 years ago, they'd be millionaires today. So there's a long legacy of segregation in this county, and we need to do a better job of remembering and talking about it, rather than just assuming that everything is fine now, that it's gone, because it's not fine now. So our next honoree is Greg Wims. Okay, Greg, if I ask how many people are related to you in here, how many hands will go? And it's in recognition of his work with the Victims' Rights Foundation and the major contributions he's made to the community at large. He was pretty remarkable. He actually serves as my regional services director in the Up County. He is more connected to people than almost anybody I know, and he's about as tireless a worker as you could ask for. Now he serves in the state legislature. So I'm very happy to give this award to him.
As a champion of community change and a longtime advocate for victims' rights, Greg Wims has dedicated his 50-year career to public service. Deeply rooted in District 39 as a sixth-generation resident, Greg grew up on the land his great-great-grandfather purchased after slavery was abolished. Greg continues his legacy of uplifting residents by tackling key issues in education, affordable housing, economic expansion, and public safety. For completing 45,000 hours of community service, Greg received an honorary doctorate from the School of the Great Commission Theological Seminary. His lifelong dedication to public service and community advocacy inspires all who strive to make a difference.
Tonight I'm privileged to be recognized alongside with some remarkable individuals who have been pillars of our community: Catherine Leggett, Warren Fleming, Bruce Adams, and George Siegel. And I've worked with all of them over the years. Your dedication and passion to Montgomery County and to the state has been unwavering, and I thank all of you for that, and I'm honored to be here with you. Finally, to the members of the community, thank you for trusting me and allowing me to serve you. Your kindness and unwavering spirit has encouraged me each and every day. Together we can accomplish so much, and I look forward to continuing the journey.
Warren Fleming has been an important community leader and voice in Montgomery County for many years. He's a businessman, historian, and community activist who's always used his talents to improve our county. Warren was born and raised here and has dedicated his time and energy to ensuring that the rich history of African American life in our county is preserved and shared so that future generations of Montgomery County residents have access to our history. Warren's work and humanitarian efforts have been recognized at the county and state levels. He's a champion for the Up-County region, and he serves as president of Damascus Connection Committee. Warren continues the legacy of his indomitable uncle and aunt, the late Harvey Ziegler and Inez Ziegler, of fighting to create a more inclusive and equitable community.
It gives me great honor in receiving this award tonight. Inez and Harvey were siblings, and they performed humanitarian services throughout Montgomery County for those who were unable to fight for themselves. The main focus group they focused on were the African Americans, because we were the ones that were trying to stay alive while bracing the impact of segregation laws featuring the Jim Crow Act. For those in this audience who is not familiar with the American segregation laws, please Google it. You'll find it interesting reading. The evaluation and the evolvement of humanity here in America and Montgomery County has seen improvements in how their citizens are treated. These improvements were made by the sacrifice of people such as Inez and Harvey Ziegler.
I have the incredible honor to recognize my dear friend and co-troublemaker, Bruce Adams, to receive this Neil Potter Path of Achievement Award. I'll say a little bit about him, if that's all right. As a lifelong resident of Montgomery County, Bruce Adams has devoted his life to volunteer services and civic engagement. With degrees from Princeton and Georgetown Law Center, Bruce's rich impact includes serving as an elected individual, civil servant, advocate, and volunteer. I think he would probably reverse the order of the things that I just identified. From 1986 to 1994, Bruce served as an elected member of the Montgomery County Council, a role that significantly shaped his impact on the community. His wide-ranging initiatives include the award-winning Community Service Day, which goes on to this time, a ban on smoking in shared workplaces, and working towards recycling 50% of the county's waste. Other notable contributions include the Montgomery Housing Initiative, the Commission on Child Care, and the Capitol Crescent Trail. Those great things, aren't they wonderful? Wonderful things.
The award carrying Neil Potter's name is very meaningful to me. In the spring of 1970, in response to the tragedies of Cambodia and Kent State, many of us left college early to return to our homes to help elect a new Congress. The very first political event I attended for a local politician was for a candidate for county council named Neil Potter. And he became a dear friend, a mentor, and a role model. He was smart, tireless, and insistent on making decisions based on facts and fairness. So I want to thank my stunningly tolerant wife, Peggy, wonderful kids, Emily and Hugh. Stella, our granddaughter, is here, for making it possible for me to participate in the life of Montgomery County. So to Chuck Short, to John Orsman, to Connie Morella, and so many other people in this room who've inspired me, who pushed me and helped me, I am grateful to you for all, and so appreciative of this award that carries the name of my most valued friend and mentor, Neil Potter. Thank you.
You know, I'm so honored to have this opportunity. I've worked with Mary for over 25 years. And I'd appreciate if we could please welcome to the stage Mary Canapari to accept the Neil Potter Award.
Mary Dolan Canapari, a beacon of selfless service and compassion in Montgomery County, has dedicated her life to supporting the vulnerable and marginalized members of the community. Since the inception of the Lord's Table, officially the Gaithersburg Community Soup Kitchen, Inc., in 1984, Mary has been at the forefront, serving as the volunteer manager and de facto president up until 2018, often sacrificing her personal time for the greater good. With an unwavering commitment spanning over 4 decades, Mary has overseen the distribution of over 500,000 hot meals, a testament to her dedication.
Well, first off, I want to thank God for the privilege it was to volunteer at the Lord's Table for the last 38 years. I am very grateful for this award, but I honestly do not need an award for work that I love doing at the Lord's Table for all those years. It was a pure pleasure working with all the other dedicated volunteers from all over who had the same goal and mission, which was, and still is, to make life a wee bit easier and nicer for so many needy people. But we could never have done it without the generosity of all the people and programs in Montgomery County who donated and supported the Lord's Table with food, money, and time. I am very grateful to everyone involved, but especially right now to our most recent director, a dear, wonderful man who has led us through some hard times in the past years. A special thanks and prayers for Patrick Donahue and his family. God bless all.
Monitor Group LLC is a distinguished financial services and wealth management firm serving individuals, families, and small businesses nationwide. Beyond its professional excellence, the Monitor Group is deeply committed to community service and philanthropy. It embodies its family-owned, mission-based ethos by consistently giving back.
It's very humbling to be here. Thank you. On behalf of the entire team, and many of them are here tonight at the Monitor Group, we thank you. I think the best way for us to appreciate the efforts of my wife and business partner, Amy, and Laura, our office manager, is to think about the words of the Beatles. All you need is love, right? But I don't have to tell all of you that, right? We just need to spread that. Love, love, love. It is important to us to help our clients with financial planning and investment management and wealth management, but it's also important to us to help our community. And through all of that, I think we can have a much better world.
In 2023, more than 140 tax aid volunteers prepared 3,780 federal tax returns and state returns, I believe, at 19 sites across Montgomery County. The hard work of these volunteers allowed county residents to claim over $3.5 million in tax refunds in 2023 alone. The dedication and generosity of this group of volunteers is a shining example of the spirit of volunteerism and community support in Montgomery County.
We try to serve as many of the residents of Montgomery County as we can. Last year, we increased our numbers. We've been here since 1971, providing this service, growing slowly, and now we're at a stage that we have a number of sites. We have over 150 volunteers working in this program, and it's not an easy climb to be a position of tax counselor in this program. Many tax counselors have to put in 60 to 100 hours of just study in order to get certified every year for federal and state tax preparations. And then after that, during the 10 weeks of tax preparation, they're putting in 20 hours or more at their tax sites, helping for free the residents of Montgomery County. So it's a very beneficial program to the county.
Tejasvi Vijay, a Gaithersburg resident and a junior in the Science, Math, and Computer Science Magnet program at Montgomery Blair High School, exemplifies dedication and a passion for volunteerism. Through more than 800 hours of community service, Tejasvi has made significant contributions impacting various areas of her community, particularly in STEM education.
My name is Teju Vijay, and I'm a rising senior at Montgomery Blair High School. I'm extremely grateful to live here in Montgomery County and to have such amazing opportunities. And I'd like to say thank you to the Volunteer Center Committee for selecting me as the Youth Volunteer of the Year. I'd first like to also congratulate the other honorees today. Your remarkable dedication and contributions to the community are truly inspiring to me. I'm deeply grateful to Ms. Karen He for both nominating me for this award and for giving me the opportunity to volunteer as a robotics mentor at the Academy of Excellence in Rockville. I'd also like to thank the other coaches and mentors who supported me, including Mr. Prasanna Jaykumar. I spend my summer breaks and weekends explaining programming and engineering fundamentals to elementary schoolers and middle schoolers, leaving each session feeling happier than when I walked in. Mentoring has been an eye-opening experience that has made me realize the immense joy I find in working with students and sharing my passions with the community.
Wendy is the epitome of resilience and unwavering commitment to our community. And if you want to experience it, I suggest that you come out to Tommy's Pantry and help with food distribution or essential needs distribution. She's truly dedicated to our community, and is really an honor for me to introduce her tonight for this award, because she is just one of those people who I can tell you just has done so much for our community and has been wonderful to work with. And so it's my great honor to welcome to the stage Wendy Kent to accept this award.
I thank the committee on behalf of everyone at Tommy's Pantry for this award. As you all know, no organization is one person. Tommy's Pantry is an all-volunteer run organization that would not function without the incredibly hard work of hundreds of people who dedicate their time, brain power, physical strength, and hearts to our mission. Kate already told you a little bit about how we started Tommy's Pantry. It was a little tiny pantry at a middle school that served about 30 people by the time the pandemic came around. And Principal Alicia Deeney called me in March 2020 and said she thought that the schools were probably going to close down that week. So we alerted 3 PTA presidents from our neighboring schools and grabbed everyone we knew to get the food out of the school and into the hands of the community. That day, Tommy's Pantry was born. We went from serving 30 families to now serving more than 350 families twice a month, giving out 900 boxes of food, produce, and health and wellness items not covered by SNAP. When we began, we believed we would only need to do this work until the pandemic settled down. But now, 4 years later, we know that food insecurity was an enormous problem before the pandemic and continues to be a staggering problem in our own community.
I just want you to know that the credit that we get really belongs with the nonprofits and the volunteers and all the people who do this work, put their hands to the work, who lift the boxes, who sort the clothes, who do all the things that we get credit for. So I want you to know that anytime somebody gives me credit for this, I pass the credit on to you because you really deserve it.